I'm about to share with you the creepiest thing that has ever happened to me. When TikTok was just in its early stages, I was a user there. You wouldn't yet see the occasional lip syncing or dancing, and sometimes you would see some things far more terrifying than that. It was a cold December 12th, back in 2017. I was in my room playing NASCAR Heat 2, when all of a sudden, I got a call from my best friend, Jax. I opened the call on Skype and was surprised to hear what he had to say. Usually when he calls me like this, it's emergencies. He told me about TikTok for the first time then quickly asked me if I wanted to prank some people for his YouTube channel. This was out of the blue, but I agreed to it. I downloaded the app and soon got a notification saying that Jax's username has friended you. I accepted it and instantly messaged him on there. However, there was something wrong. He then messaged me to send him my address. This wasn't normal considering he already knew it. We were close friends after all and often went to see each other. Despite how weird this was, I went ahead and reminded him. That's when I got a notification saying that a different username with the name Jax in it had friended me. I got a little annoyed thinking he made another account already. He then called me on Skype, and I answered. His voice suddenly had a more urgent tone to it. He said that someone had hacked his account, and I remember thinking, we haven't even had accounts for a day yet. How did that happen? I asked him how he knew he had been hacked, and he stated that the person who did this was probably the same person who was trying to hack his YouTube channel, something I had no idea about. I then asked him if he had made another account and read the usernames to him, and he replied that no, which meant the account I gave the address to was not my friend. My stomach twisted into a knot. I hung up and grabbed my phone and locked my bedroom door. I reported the user on TikTok and began to wonder how much trouble I might be in, if any at all. Surely if this was just some hacker, he was only going to prank me. But about an hour later, when I was just beginning to calm down, it happened. There was a sudden banging on the door. It startled me at first, then I picked myself up to go answer it. The moment I had cracked open my door, there was a massive splintering, cracking sound, and then a slam. My heart stopped, and I stood frozen in my doorway. Because what that sounded like was the front door being bashed in. I shut the door and locked it, then hid behind my big beanbag, quickly dialing the cops. I was panicking, having trouble breathing right. Even the operator was trying to get me to calm down, reminding me that the police would be there shortly, but it didn't help. After a few moments, I could hear footsteps outside my bedroom door, and then someone tried to turn the knob. I stopped breathing altogether then, terrified that whoever it was would hear me if I even tried to breathe. That's when the worst happened. The laptop began to buzz with the sound of an incoming Skype call. It was my friend. I could see the screen from my hiding position. He must have been worried about me, but he didn't realize what was going on and had no idea that he just gave me away. That's when I heard fists beating against the wood of the door. This guy must have been huge because I could hear the door being chipped away at, cracking and splintering under his weight and strength. But when I heard the squeak of brakes outside, I prayed that I was saved. The man must have heard it too, and stopped. A few moments later, I heard the sound of rapid footsteps leaving the house, through the back door, I think. Then there was the sound of 2 different pairs of footsteps coming in through the front. They scoured the house, then made it to my room, which was locked. I was too scared to get out of my position to open the door. They even called out that they were the police, but I think I was in shock. Eventually, they busted down the door, and they found me under my beanbag. They took me to the police car while one of them watched me and the other searched the rest of the house. Whoever broke in was gone, and none of us had any leads on who he was or why he did this. I've talked to my friend about it, but he won't give me any answers or clues. But the police had a theory. Based on his online patterns, they believed him to be a part of a trafficking organization. Hearing this, I was horrified. If the cops did not arrive in time, I would have never been found.